as we will see the red lights, as we do see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are off here eventually with a bit of lag. We do see a jump start somewhat from Lewis Jones, a little bit of lag here, but nonetheless we have Death Star getting a monumental start over Golsey and Risey with a really big gap as he does approach the breaking point off turn 1 on the inside line. We do have Risey getting a good... He has Mega Pierce on the outside line, but Death Star holding the inside line and covering that little gap off. We do see in the background there is some blocking up here from a load of different drivers, but no contact here thus far as we go through turn 1, 2, 3, approaching turn 4.
Looks like a couple of Capato's actually gotten himself up to 12th, but he's got quite a lot of quick drivers behind him with Oliver, Quattro, and even Toby is down there as well. So they'll be looking to if he doesn't clear them quickly, they're actually just going to scrap with him, as Oliver's just went past him on the outside. And it looks like Capo had a massive snap there, and yeah, he's going wheel to wheel with Quattro right now. Oh, it's really heating up back here.
Yeah, 100% as we go through the Mexican S's here, just approaching the end of them. Capo actually having a bit of a disaster going through the kind of that tricky sort of that section. There was some contact between himself and a couple other drivers. He was sent a little bit wide. As there's contact between Matthew May and Humane as they go through the stadium section. Matthew May is being clipped again by Lanny as he did turn, I think, left into Lanny. I'm not too sure whether that was on purpose or not, but that is a safety car here in lap 1. Issues now. It's not ideal that you guys actually join just on the safety car restart, but it is what it is. Hopefully there's no incidents, as it is on Death Star here to get the race back going again.
Now we've got a bit of drops of water. Seen a drop or two. Yeah.
He has hit full throttle, so that will be the restart happening here, folks. He goes on a very defensive line. You see, he goes on the inside to try and break the slipstream as much as he can over Risey and Golsey in behind. And Risey having an amazing restart as well. He's up past Death Star here on the safety car restart, so Risey's setup just must be dominating on that straight line speed here. Death Star is in P2, lost in position over to Risey already, and you look at the gap that Risey has created here between himself and Death Star already, 6 tenths up between himself and P2.
Yeah, there's a lot of swapping positions at the back here as well. A couple of Capato had an absolutely terrible restart. Oliver going for a massive dive on Blurp here. Just about gets the move done, and Blurp's been spun round by his teammate, who is absolutely struggling for traction. Blunty's just went past him. They're going wheel to wheel. Yeah, Blunty's passed. Looks like Ali's struggling. Ice rink.
As they go through the stadium section side by side through the absolute ice rink that is the stadium section, and it is super greasy out there today, folks. Super greasy. Will any drivers opt in the pit? We do see.
Yeah. Oh.
Blunty borderline cutting across the pit exit entry there. Is that allowed? Yeah. We'll have to have another discussion after that race. But they do go all in the pit lane between Death Star. Now I know he had a few drivers behind him and they've all pitted here now. But he's created nearly a 9-second gap between himself and Rabble. As Rabble and Quashi, I think there was some contact here as they went through the end the entry exit of turn 4 rather. Sorry, I'm stumbling my words here, folks. I think there was some contact that may just due to be the lack of grip. As we are pushing.
Humane and Toby going wheel to wheel here. And looks like Toby's just about got the move done, but he is right up behind Rabble now. And they're going, they're concertinaing through this S section. And looks like Rabble's starting to lose grip, but Toby's trying to get past him, but he's also trying to defend off Humane.
They have DRS, both Quashi and, Toby and Humane have DRS. And Humane goes for the dive on the inside here and actually will try and get this move done. But you can see the lack of traction that Rabble is having to deal with. He does make contact, and it's just a lack of traction here for Rabble.
We have like 4 cars here fighting for position. So we have from Blurp to Ramo. Oh, Ramo's just went into the back of someone or had a bit of contact there. He's gotten a penalty from that, so that might be removed if he appeals it. Looks like Blurp is on the grass and just letting people by. So it looks like that fight's over. Basically, Bronte and Goolsey are just going to just continue on with this quite a small gap between them. We've got Oliver behind Lewis Jones here as well. And Oliver's looking to make a move down into the inside. Can't make it done. And it looks like it is as it was before.
Now we did see, folks, on just during this lap, the DRS is disabled. But in saying that, Death Star went for a fantastic move over Oliver That was fantastic. I'm not sure if you caught that on your end.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fantastic move, just on the outside. But Oliver is coming back at Death Star here. But Lewis Jones is holding up both these cars. He's struggling for traction to get off the line. If you get an amazing camera angle to see this little scrap going through the stadium section as they go through the final corner. But Death Star gets a pretty good exit and does get the move over Lewis Jones. Just put better exit and better traction off.
But Lewis Jones has way more straight line speed, and he's able to make the move back past him. So Death Star is going to struggle to keep him behind. Especially if Lewis Jones can keep that gap whenever he does go past him again through the corners. Ryu Zappi is closing up to this fight as well because they're scrapping so much, it's costing them time. And then that will inevitably bring Goolsey and Blunty back into that scrap. So it's looking quite good for the McLarens after at the start. I'm watching this, sorry to interrupt, but I'm watching this Oliver Jones and Ryu Zappi scrap, and they've been going side by side, and it looks like Ryu Zappi is going to make a move here. He's very close to the back of Lewis Jones. And it looks like Lewis Jones is looking to make a move. They could go 3 wide down into turn 1 here. And no, it's not. Lewis Jones just about ahead. Ryu Zappi has to go over the curb, and he's going sideways through the corner, Lewis Jones. And Oliver and Lewis Jones are side by side. Oliver just about coming out ahead. Ryu Zappi behind, sliding everywhere. Same as Oliver. And now Oliver's going defensive on the inside. Lewis Jones, much higher top speed, is able to go down on the outside. And they're going wheel to wheel here still, and Ryu Zappi's hit from behind with Blunty. Like I said before, where they were going to start fighting that much, they're going to catch up. That's what's happened, and even Alu's now a part of the scrap. So it's a train starting from the Oliver train is back. Choo-choo.
Between himself and Lewis Jones, only a second just in that little segment, or segment rather.
Yeah. You can tell it's slippy because Alu, I consider a very smooth driver, is sliding through sector 2, and looks like Lewis Jones has made a bit of a mistake there, and and now, there's touching.
There is a lot of touching here, folks. That's touching that you want to be touched by. He did go through the stadium section. He did go a bit wide. I'm not too sure whether he's pushed wide or just was just so greasy was slipped wide. But the approach off turn 4.
Alu's going wheel here with Lewis Jones, and is just about got the move done, so he's just ahead of him.
Blunty again and Rousey locking wheels here, and in that there Blunty's actually sent very wide, and this opens the door for Goolsey. You got a 2-position move here above Blunty and Rousey, and this is the point I was making before. One mistake here, or one lockup, or whatever you want to do. In this case, there was locking wheels. Some say locking hands, others say locking wheels on the track, and actually gives an opportunity to Goolsey to make 2 positions, and that will be Goolsey having clean air in front of him. But yeah, a lot of scrapping here between all drivers involved, folks. As we see,
we've got a safety car. What happened there?
I think Rabel tried to go in the pit lane and just hit the wall. Safety car will be going in at the end of this lap, as we do see it a little bit ahead here of everyone else. So we'll be once again on Death Star to restart this race. Excuse me. Again, we'll stick on telemetry just to keep an eye on the throttle inputs. As we are going through the stadium section, everyone is in behind. There's significant cars in front, rather. As Death Star has hit the full throttle and has reset the race here, folks. As again, getting a very good launch here over Toby, and tries to go defensive on the inside here to try and break that slipstream as much as he can. Cappuccino getting a really good restart as well, attacking Toby. There is slight contact between himself and Mighty King, as we do hear in the audio here as we go through turn 1. We'll have a look at the rest of the fields here. There is slight contact between Blunty and Oliver.
Blunty, Ramo, Humane, Ryu Zappi scrap is still happening. They're going 3 wide into turn 4 here. It looks like Blunty's coming out ahead, and Lewis Jones is down the inside.
Lewis Jones spun. He's locked the car off the rear end. I don't think there was any contact, or he has just spun the car.
It's called Oliver. It's called Oliver had nowhere to go. He was a passenger there, and yeah, he's all the way down into 13th. That's really unfortunate for him. Big winner of that is Kai Parker up into 11th. Cupa Capito is now starting to close the gap into Toby here, and he might go for a move. Goes around the outside, takes the outside line. Is it touch wheels? Wee bit of touching, yeah. And Toby just about comes out ahead, but because of the compromised line both of them took, has allowed Death Star to catch back up and get in within a 10th of them, with Blunty not too far behind. Cupa Capito taking the race lead at the moment, going 2 wide into turn 4. And he pushed wide. Death Star.
Death Star's there as well.
man.
Death Star's there as well. And he's left with very little space here on the outside. They're going too wide here for the double right-hander. As
Blunty's there as well. Blunty's looking for Death Star picking up a penalty, just going a bit wide. Heat up. Death Star's going for a move here.
Death Star and Copper going side by side here down the pit straight here, having a drag race of their own. As
Lovely clean move.
Death Star does get ahead and gets the move done in a very, very clean fashion, going through the breaking point here of turn 1. But is Copper going to come back at him here at the start of turn 4?
Oh, we can see like that final corner must be treacherous because like every driver expected coming out of that corner seems to like nearly lose the car. They get so much oversteer. Oliver this time was trying to get a better exit on Blurp, but the car was basically going sideways, and Oliver going for a move here with a big dive bomb. Blurp giving him quite a lot of space. Oliver touching him. That's a bit rude. Blurp still comes out ahead. Oliver cannot get past him yet, and is still sliding around out there.
Yeah, that's like turn 1, 2, and 3, and even 4. It is quite slippy, and it's where it's the most optimal. But you can see Blurp is a little bit slower on the traction, and Oliver is going.
Giving him,
there's so much
Blurp
space.
actually
Blurp's
giving him,
and
I mean, that's so fair.
I'm not too sure if Blurp is a little bit afraid there of actually making contact or not, but it looked like going through turn 5, he went a little bit left and actually ruined his line to kind of respect the space, but I'm not too sure.
It's quite interesting. Oliver is, I think he still is within the humane penalty window, but he's not really making any gains on humane, even after getting past Blurp. Like, they seem to be about the same pace. So humane's going quite well out there, as I just switched onto his POV. I just seen him sliding everywhere coming out of sector 2.
We just caught Blunty just drifting into the stadium section, and he saved the potential spin. It actually looked mint. Oh wait, Coppo was actually bringing that gap down here on this pit straight.
Death Star's been pushing, and he's out of ERS, so on any straight, he's actually going to lose time, because the passive deployment, if there's none of that, it actually, if you're below 10% in the passive deployment, you actually lose time. Goolsey's out.
Goolsey's out. What happened to Goolsey?
He spanned.
He spanned turn 3.
That won't be a safety car either, because it's only 2 laps left. So that's a point for the likes of Lewis Jones, who's probably very happy about that.
But I don't think he was close enough to make contact with anyone, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just
did it himself.
Too much curb and just lost the back end. Mighty King's made a mistake. Death Star's taking a position over Mighty King.
It's allowed Capo Capito to come back into this.
Capo's in this. If he can get a position over Mighty King here, he potentially could take a victory here in Mexico. From last piece 15, with latecomers to the race, to potentially P1. As we are going through Sector 2, folks, approaching the end of this race. It has been quite eventful, a lot going on. Quite wet out there, folks.
It's going to be very close here between Death Star and Toby here. Death Star's made a mistake through Sector 2, so he might need... so it's going to be close. If Blunty can actually make up some time here, he could potentially win it.
This will come right down to the wire, folks, as we do stick on board here with Death Star going through the stadium section. We do hear the fireworks in the background. Death Star, the return off the Mac, going through the final corner. His return off the Death Star, taking P1 in his return to CBRL. Going across the line, taking P1, but with penalties, what will happen? Mighty King behind. Coppo side by side going across the line. Blunty goes up P2, brings down Mighty King to P3. Coppo in P4. Rousey going across the line into P5.